This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us this morning on Sunday. I'm Sarah Bagby. And this morning on Sunrise, the latest on wildfires burning in Umatilla County. The big news, all evacuation orders have been lifted. Plus, Juneteenth is tomorrow. It marks a very important day, and that has a lot of Portlanders in a mood for fun. But before we get to that, let's check in with our Daisy Caballero to tell us a little bit about the weather today.
Yes, good morning, and good morning to all of our viewers. Also, happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are watching us. So, hey, in terms of what Mother Nature has in store for us, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Rain is in the forecast, and that's really what we're actually picking up here. We are actually starting to see some pockets of potential thunderstorms making their way off of the coast into the valley. But right now here in the Portland metro area, we are dry, holding 54 degrees at this very moment. Checking in at the rest of our current temperatures, we're in the 50s and 40s, really. 53 for Scappoose, 46 Forest Grove, 49 for Hillsborough, and 54 Astoria, 51 for Pendleton. So many of us are actually going to be struggling to get out of the 50s. Many of us are going to be in the low 60s. We'll talk more about that in my full forecast, but this is your day at a glance. We're expecting 56 by 8 a.m., warming up right around 3 degrees by noon, and we'll peak right about 59 degrees. But we'll talk way more about what else we have in store for today and this coming up week.
Great. Thank you, Daisy. And we start this half hour with the developing situation in central Washington. 2 people are dead after a mass shooting near the popular Gorge Amphitheater. 2 more victims were injured, and this all happened just before 8:30 last night while a dance festival was going on. Now, the shooting happened at the nearby campground, which was a few hundred yards away from the stage. Details are scarce right now, but we know police have a suspect in custody. They don't know why this person opened fire. The suspect was also injured before getting arrested, but we don't know how that happened. Again, 4 victims were hit. 2 have died from their injuries, and detectives have been at the scene overnight. We're going to keep you updated as we learn more. Now we have some good news out of Umatilla County, east of Hermiston. All wildfire evacuation orders have been lifted. Fire officials say that the Hat Rock fire is 100% contained. It burned over 16,000 acres. At the height of this fire, more than 200 structures were threatened, but thankfully, none of them were damaged or lost. Now, additionally, the Mount Hebron fire is almost completely contained. That fire, it is completely contained now, and that fire burned 370 acres. Well, it's been a tough few years for the small businesses in Portland. They were hit by the combination of pandemic struggles and a rise in crime. The city is launching a new grant program to try to help some of these businesses recover from their losses. Emma McCarty has the details.
In Northeast Portland, Rhythm Traders, open for more than 30 years, has occupied this corner since 2007.
We opened our doors to the public and offered repair and lessons and classes and workshops, and it's been mostly positive ever since.
Over the past few years, owner Brad Boynton says they've dealt with some negatives.
Businesses on MLK get hammered with vandalism and graffiti all the time. So for us, it's an almost weekly affair. Pretty quickly, your building can become derelict, and so you really have to stay on top of it.
So earlier this year, he applied for Prosper Portland's repair grant aimed at cleaning up storefronts.
Our windows get tagged pretty often. Oftentimes it's with like paint or a pen, and so we have to keep a gallon of acetone so we can clean those off.
And the nearly $10,000 has gone, he says, a long way, funding repairs and replacements like these vinyl window coverings.
Or we discovered we could actually make it look a lot better and then make it less enticing for break-ins at the same time just by covering up the windows.
Since mid-2021, Prosper Portland's awarded money to more than 600 small brick-and-mortar businesses for fixes like these. Now, the city's opening up a second companion grant program this week that goes a bit further than the first grant, as explained by Ellen Bolas Edmonds.
This is in response to community sessions that what we have learned from the repair grant is that there are a lot of expenses that are essential to the business owners but are not covered by the repair grant.
The Restore grant program can provide up to $25,000 to cover things like interior repairs, inventory loss, and insurance increases. However, only small businesses in certain areas, those shaded in gray on this map, are eligible for funding. Boynton encourages those who qualify to apply.
These grants are tremendous because basically they allow us to focus on our core business. Now I can get back to employing people, selling drums, offering lessons, and do the things that I do best.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
And we have a happy update to a story we've been following. Several crayfish traps stolen from Mill Creek Elementary School in Turner have been returned. School officials say the traps were stolen on Monday. They were bought with grant money from a multi-year science project in teaching the 5th graders about ecology. The principal of the school tells KGW that the traps were left at the front doors of the school earlier today, and they were left with a handwritten apology. And Monday is Juneteenth. The holiday commemorates the day of hundreds and thousands of slaves learning of their freedom. Now this weekend, thousands of people are celebrating Juneteenth at Lillis Albina Park, enjoying vendors, food trucks, and live music. Now one of these vendors is Terrell Strotter. He's originally from Houston, just an hour from Galveston, Texas, where the last slaves were freed by the Union Army on June 19, 1865. For the last 20 years, he's made barbecue in the Portland area. And like so many others, he believes Juneteenth is a time to celebrate.
This is the time to have fun. Don't worry about what's happening in the past or what's going on.
Yeah, it's a celebration. It's heartwarming. I love to see my people together.
Robert Logwood, who took part in Juneteenth Black Liberation Bike Ride. Now there are more events today. We have a full rundown for all of them on KGW.com. And another Portland tradition this weekend, Delta Park is hosting the 50th Delta Park Powwow. Now the event celebrates Native American culture, and our own Art Edwards got the chance to meet some of the founders.
Hundreds of people gathered at Delta Park for the 50th edition of the Delta Park Powwow. First time it's been held since 2019 because of the pandemic. That didn't dampen the spirits of the people here. Vendors sold their arts and crafts, and there was plenty of singing and dancing. Barbara Alatorre is the founder of the event. She grew up on the Klamath Reservation in Oregon, started the Delta Park Powwow after another powwow she attended ceased to exist.
I wanted every one of our family members to know what it's like to be Indian and to participate in your cultural dancing and singing.
The powwow is a celebration of Native American culture.
It keeps our tribe together like this, see? All these people come from I don't know how many tribes, 100 tribes, more, maybe.
As part of the event, Alatorre was recognized as the person who made this event possible. Family stood by her side, and she accepted the thanks of many of those in attendance. Some have been coming to Delta Park for the powwow for decades. They understand its importance and the role Alatorre has played.
It's a feeling of pride when the princesses, the warriors come in with our regalia. We show a lot of pride in who we are.
That pride on display again for the 50th year in Delta Park. Art Edwards, KGW News.